On June 30th, the Chinese robotics company UBTECH introduced its latest humanoid robot lineup during a major event in Shenzhen. The company unveiled the UWORLD U1 series, describing it as the world's first full-sized humanoid robot designed for true mass production. Unlike most humanoid robots that exist only as expensive prototypes or demonstration models, the U1 is intended to be manufactured and sold as a real commercial product, similar to buying a car or a laptop. The U1 will be available in 3 different versions: Light, Pro, and Ultra. Pricing starts at approximately $17,600 for the base model, while the premium Ultra version reaches around $145,000. Although the starting price is slightly higher than earlier online estimates, it still places the robot within the range of luxury consumer products rather than experimental technology reserved for billionaires. In terms of design, the robot stands 183 centimeters tall in the male version and 168 centimeters in the female version. It features a specially developed silicone skin that closely resembles real human skin in both appearance and texture. Its face is capable of displaying realistic facial expressions, while its eyes can follow and maintain eye contact as people move around. Equipped with 88 independent joints, the U1 can reproduce human movements with remarkable fluidity, making it appear far more natural than the rigid motion typically seen in most humanoid robots today. Visually, it is one of the most lifelike humanoid robots ever revealed. As you'll see later, its incredibly realistic appearance has already generated strong reactions around the world. UBTECH is no newcomer to robotics. The company has spent years developing humanoid machines, with its earlier Walker series primarily focused on industrial and commercial applications. Those robots were highly advanced, but they were also extremely expensive and never intended for everyday consumers. During the launch event, UBTECH outlined its long-term vision for the future of humanoid robots through a 3-stage roadmap. The first stage focuses on robots performing dangerous or high-risk jobs. The second stage, where the company believes it is today, brings robots into everyday life. The final stage imagines a future where humans and humanoid robots live side by side, so naturally that their presence no longer feels unusual. The U1 represents Ubtechs' first major step into that second stage. Instead of creating a machine that's only useful in factories or industrial environments, the company is now building a robot designed to fit comfortably into people's homes. That shift explains why the U1 emphasizes personality and emotional interaction just as much as practical functionality. The goal is no longer simply to build a capable machine, but to create one that people genuinely enjoy living with. One of the U1 standout features is what UBTECH calls its emotion-aware AI system. According to the company, the robot can recognize more than 20 different emotional states with an accuracy of over 90%. Rather than identifying only basic emotions like happiness or sadness, the system analyzes facial expressions, voice patterns, and behavioral cues to better understand how someone is actually feeling in real time. In other words, the U1 isn't designed to simply look human. It is also built to respond in ways that feel far more natural and emotionally intelligent. Beneath its human-like appearance, the U1 is powered by an AI architecture designed to mimic the way the human brain processes information. UBTECH describes this as a dual brain system, made up of a fast brain and a slow brain. The fast brain is responsible for immediate reactions. It allows the robot to respond in roughly 500 milliseconds, a response time that's surprisingly close to that of an average human. This enables the U1 to react naturally during conversations, movements, and unexpected situations instead of appearing delayed or robotic. The slow brain handles more advanced reasoning and decision-making. It runs on large AI models containing hundreds of billions of parameters, giving the robot the ability to understand context, maintain meaningful conversations, and generate intelligent responses instead of relying on pre-programmed phrases. Another major improvement comes from the robot's facial animation system. Its mouth movements are synchronized with speech in less than 20 milliseconds, making conversations appear remarkably smooth and realistic. This combination of instant reactions, intelligent reasoning, and highly synchronized facial expressions is one of the main reasons many people describe the U1 as both incredibly impressive and slightly unsettling. UBTECH has also equipped the robot with what it calls an agent memory operating system. Unlike traditional AI assistants that forget everything once a conversation ends, this system is designed to remember information over long periods of time. That means the robot can recall previous conversations, recognize patterns in your daily habits, and respond based on your history rather than treating every interaction as if it's the first. Even more interesting, The U1 doesn't always wait for a wake word before speaking. According to UBTECH, the robot can initiate conversations on its own after analyzing what's happening around it. If it detects something unusual or notices a change in your behavior, it may decide to speak without being prompted. While some people see this as a breakthrough in human-robot interaction, others believe it raises questions about privacy and personal boundaries. Either way, it marks a significant step beyond today's smart speakers and virtual assistants. Instead of acting like a chatbot that simply answers commands, the U1 is designed to behave more like someone who genuinely knows you. But UBTECH didn't stop there. The company introduced one of its most ambitious ideas yet, something it calls the Human-Robot Companionship Initiative. As part of this program, UBTECH plans to provide 100 customized U1 robots during 2026. These won't be ordinary companion robots. Using 3D facial reconstruction and voice replication technology, each robot can be customized to resemble someone the owner already knows. That could be a close family member, a friend who now lives far away, or even a loved one who has passed away. Although the concept may sound unusual, UBTECH says the goal isn't entertainment. Instead, the company believes these personalized robots could help people cope with grief, loneliness, and long-term isolation. To support that vision, UBTECH points to China's changing demographics. According to the company, more than 90 million adults in China live alone, while approximately 118 million elderly people are considered empty nest seniors whose children no longer live with them. UBTECH also cites estimates suggesting that 10 to 20% of people living alone meet the clinical criteria for a mental health disorder. From the company's perspective, these robots are intended to address a growing social challenge rather than simply showcase advanced technology. Of course, that doesn't mean everyone feels comfortable with the idea. For many people, a robot that remembers your life, understands your emotions, and resembles someone you once knew raises difficult ethical questions. Still, it's possible for both ideas to exist at the same time. The technology can be both groundbreaking and emotionally unsettling. And that's exactly why the U1 has become one of the most talked about humanoid robots introduced this year. As expected, the launch of the U1 has sparked mixed reactions around the world. Many technology experts have praised it as a major breakthrough in humanoid robotics. Beyond introducing a highly realistic robot, they believe UBTECH is also pushing the industry forward in areas such as synthetic skin, advanced telepresence, and more natural human-robot interaction. Others, however, are focused on a different aspect of the project. The idea of creating a robot that looks and sounds like someone who has passed away has made many people uncomfortable. Unsurprisingly, comparisons to science fiction have appeared across social media, with some users saying the technology feels like something straight out of Black Mirror or Westworld. People who attended the launch event also shared their first impressions. According to several attendees, the robot looks incredibly realistic in person. Its skin texture, facial expressions, and overall appearance are remarkably convincing. However, despite its impressive realism, there are still subtle details in its facial movements that reveal it isn't human. That observation has shifted the conversation. The biggest concern is no longer whether these robots can fool people into believing they're real humans. Instead, the more important question is how emotionally attached people might become if these robots can successfully imitate someone they once knew. Privacy is another major issue. A robot that constantly watches your face, analyzes your emotions, remembers your conversations, and learns your daily habits naturally raises concerns about where all of that personal information is stored. To address those concerns, UBTECH says the U1 was designed with a local-first processing system. Instead of sending most of the collected data to cloud servers, the majority of the information is processed directly on the robot itself. The company also says users will have control over key privacy settings and hardware permissions, giving owners greater control over how their personal data is handled. While those measures may reassure some buyers, privacy experts will likely continue monitoring how these systems evolve as humanoid robots become more common. But beyond the emotional and privacy debates, there's an even bigger story unfolding. The U1 isn't just another advanced robot. It's part of China's much larger strategy to become the global leader in humanoid robotics. UBTECH is only one of several Chinese companies rapidly expanding in this field. Manufacturers such as Unitree and AGI-Bot are already producing thousands of humanoid robots every year. Industry reports also suggest that Chinese companies now control roughly 90% of the humanoid robot supply chain, manufacturing everything from motors and actuators to many of the essential components required to build these machines. That level of supply chain dominance gives Chinese manufacturers a significant cost advantage over competitors around the world. In other words, China isn't simply building better robots. It's building the entire ecosystem needed to manufacture them at scale.